Hello, welcome to Fair Lady of the Loch Tarot. Thank you for joining me. Today we will be using the Two of Cups to draw us into the question of what romantic partnerships lie in our future. But not just that, we will also be asking how we can bring harmony, fulfillment, greater love into our existing relationships, and that goes from romantic to platonic. Okay, so any relationship in your life, it doesn't matter if it's family, friend, business partner, okay, anything that involves emotions and relationships and interpersonal, communication there. We're going to dive into that, okay? So, pile number 1 is the Universal Celtic Tarot, and my daughter helped me pick out all these crystals today, and so she chose for pile number 1 this purple QR raw fluorite piece here, okay, and this charoite. Isn't that beautiful? And if I recall correctly, both of these pieces came from the mineral mushroom, so nice continuity there. Okay, so that's pile number 1. Pile number 2 is the Everyday Witch Tarot with this piece of raw emerald and this rhodonite tumble. Pile number 3 is the Two of Cups. Sorry, of course you know it's the Two of Cups. It's the Steampunk Tarot with the sera tumble and this piece of lepidolite mica. And then pile number 4 is the Rider Tarot with this tiger's eye tumble. Oops, and a tumble it did. And then this raw piece of larimar that was a gift to me from the mineral mushroom. All right, so because we all have multiple different kinds of relationships in our lives, because we all want multiple different kinds of relationships in our lives, there may be more than one pile that is speaking to you, okay? So choose your pile and or piles that really, drawing you in, or, the crystal may be the thing that draws you in, and we will see you in your piles. If you picked pile number 1 with the Universal Celtic Tarot, this purple fluorite, and this charoite, then this is your reading. Now, how I read tarot is I read both uprights as well as reversals, allowing the cards to fall where they may, reading definitions as well as intuitively. Regardless of what your spiritual beliefs might be, you are welcome and respected here. And today we are using the Two of Cups to draw us into the question of 1, what romantic relationships might lie in store for us, and 2, how can we bring more harmony, more love, more fulfillment, all those beautiful things into our existing relationships of all different kinds, whether it's romantic, platonic, business, anything that involves emotions and a relationship. We are opening ourselves to those answers, okay? All right. I am seeing here quite a lot of interesting things. I'm actually picking up on a similar energy to someone who was going to be viewing the Ace of Cups reading that I did yesterday. If you feel drawn to check that, please do so. But I am feeling a similar energy here. And if we need clarifiers, we will draw them, okay? So, Yeah, I am really feeling yesterday's Ace of Cups. So one of the, and I'm sorry at the moment, I do not remember which pile it was, but one of the piles yesterday dealt with loss and grief and sorrow. And this one is starting off right in that same vein. You know, I believe it was pile number 3, the Steampunk Tarot from yesterday's Ace of Cups, okay? If you feel drawn, go and check that out too, okay? But I'm seeing here loss, grief, sorrow, pain. So this reading is going to be for those who have lost a loved one, whether it's a romantic partner, a child, a parent, a friend, a coworker. But I am getting a very deep emotional loss here, okay? Yeah, it's very sad. It hurts. This energy hurts. I'm also getting a possible energy of someone who has lost themselves, okay? Regardless of the loss you're feeling, and actually I am getting a little bit of a note here that someone may have lost a much beloved pet as well, okay? So we are going to leave this open, all right, to involve any form of loss, all right? We're not going to limit ourselves here, okay? But that is the tone that this reading is starting off with, okay? So if it does not resonate with you, then this may not be the reading, okay? But it hurts. There's a definite sorrow, a definite sadness here. However, and there is always a however, okay? They have a word of wisdom, a word of advice, okay? They have a request. They are asking that you ground yourself, all right? That you be patient with yourself, okay? That you love yourself. They're asking that you tap into the energies of the earth, of fire, of water, and of the air. Recognize the power within yourself and embrace it. Step into it with a grounded and balanced intention, okay? There is a meditation that my daughter and we did this morning on Great Meditations that talks about loving yourself, okay? So for some of you where you feel like you've lost yourself, either through the loss of someone or the loss is yourself, okay? That might be of some benefit to you. There are several within that series that work with that sort of energy, okay? But don't forget how powerful you are, okay? In this grief and loss, do not forget how powerful you are, all right? You know, don't be defeated by this energy, okay? Yes, you hurt. Yes, there is great pain. Yes, there is loss and there is sorrow, okay? But there is hope. There is tomorrow, right? And while the snow and winter may be covering your heart now, okay, spring will come. You will be released from your grief and from your sorrow, and you will find love and happiness again, okay? The Six of Cups, or the Six of Pentacles. It's so funny. I also get Six of Cups energy from this particular card. But this Six of Pentacles is about generosity, charity, a level of compassion that usually goes with the Six of Cups energy. That's probably why I'm feeling that. Okay? Be generous with yourself. Okay? Be charitable with yourself. Be patient with yourself. Be loving with yourself. And don't forget that you're not alone. You have others around you who need your love and your care. If, for whatever reason, you do not have family left on this earth, There are others who could benefit from your loving generosity, okay? Charity work is a wonderful way of working through grief, all right? Just make sure you stay balanced in that. I'm also getting here about a grounded earth energy that deals with home, okay, health, home, and wealth. There may be some worries here about with this loss how that's going to work out, and it will, okay? It will work out. And I know that not only because of the Six of Pentacles, but because it's followed by the world. Completion, harmony, fulfillment, fruition, okay? This is the ending of something and the preparation for the beginning of another, right? You see how the circle there with the ram, it's just shy of closing, right? But you see the sun coming out. You see the sun shining, right? A new beginning is dawning as this chapter closes, okay? Now, you may be in a situation right now where you feel the need to guard your heart. Guard your heart, guard your home, guard your expectations, right? But there's also a part of you that is seeking a purpose, seeking a partner, seeking yourself, okay? So there's this dual energy of guarding against and seeking for. And those can seem rather contradictory, but we as human beings are contradictory in nature. I mean, it is just part of who we are. You know, and it's okay. It's okay to have those contradictions. But we need to work through blockages, okay? It's okay to have contradictions, but it's not okay to allow them to block what is meant for you, okay? To block your progress, to block your purpose, all right? It's not okay to block off your heart, because that does more damage to you than it does anyone else, all right? So remember to keep your heart open and keep a young and hopeful and youthful attitude about love and partnerships and relationships of all different kinds, okay? And that includes spiritual ones, right? There is a lot of passion and fulfillment and love that can come from a spiritual connection as well. So don't disregard that, all right? There's a lot of power in this card. I'm also getting here that someone who's going to be listening to this may be able to communicate with the other side. And if you can, don't feel like you're crazy. It's okay. There are other people in this world who do that as well. Just make sure that you remember to live this life that you have been given and not get lost in the other side, okay? You're meant to be on this side of the veil, all right? You have much to accomplish yet. And with the Queen of Wands, you will accomplish it with joy, courage, just passion, a fiery passion, right? This card is very much about that. Coming into your personal power and standing your ground, knowing who you are and not being afraid of it, okay? So embrace who you are, allow it to help you heal, allow it to help you to step into the destiny that awaits you. This is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And I'm getting here that some of you may have children, okay? And by seeing you rise up and become your best self, you teach them how to do the same, all right? And that is backed up with the Seven of Pentacles. Look at the look of awe and wonder on this child's face. This child is protected, guarded, and is learning, right? It's materially taken care of in its health, wealth, and household, right? And by you stepping into your personal power and showing them how it is to heal oneself and to love oneself, You are giving them one of the most precious gifts that life has to offer. All right? Okay? So, go forward boldly. Take that balanced action towards healing. Don't be afraid of your future. Don't try to avoid it, right? Go forward with a balanced energy, that yin and yang, masculine, feminine, darkness and light. That's very much about the Two Cups energy. So take that balanced forward energy and move forward, okay? And I see with the Three of Pentacles that you won't be doing that alone. The Three of Pentacles is very much about working together to achieve a goal, okay? So you will not be alone in the material things of this world. You will have help, all right? You will have help in healing. You will have help in making sure that things are stable in your realm, okay? Do not fear that. There are partnerships, loving partnerships in your future. Okay, and once again, for some of you, I am getting a very strong spiritual component here. So whether it's a congregation, a coven, a kindred, a support group, a study, whatever it is, I am seeing some spiritual connections here being made, okay? And that leads to this beautiful new beginning that you see here with the Fool card. And this card always makes me smile. It makes me think of these jumping rainbows that the kids and I saw when we were in Larne, Northern Ireland. And we were going on the train, and it was just rainbow after rainbow after rainbow, right? And this leprechaun, he's joyfully going forward. He's on his journey. Yes, there may be the bumps along the way, but he's not thinking about that right now. What he is thinking about is the pleasure of the journey itself, okay? And along this journey, you will find yourself, and you will find partnerships along the way, okay? This is a beautiful energy, absolutely beautiful. This mushroom here, I always have to smile when I see one of those. It's one of my daughter's favorite things are these little red-topped toadstools. So find those little things in life that make you smile, okay? Help you come out of those moments of sorrow and pain and into a more joyful light, okay? And with each step you take and with each day, there will come more and more moments of joy and light, okay? And this new beginning here is beautiful. And for the ones who have lost a romantic partner, it is awful. But it does not have to be the end, okay? It does not have to be the end. Find relationships and partnerships that soothe the soul, okay? All right. Now let's see about these crystals and how they might be of some help and benefit to you. So first we're going to read about this charoite. And we have, both of these are actually in this book. Okay, charoite. Generosity, acceptance, and illumination, all of which were in your reading. It works with the crown, third eye, and heart chakras, and its most common origin is Russia. Charoite marries spiritual energy with deep heart chakra love. This high vibration stone has some powerful effects. It will remind you to be present in the here and now while helping you accept the past and whatever the future may bring. It's a wonderful tool for enhancing empathy and inspiring the desire to be of service to others. And we saw that in your reading as well. Charoite can help you overcome fear and nurture the courage you need to get through a challenging or difficult time. It stimulates your body's energy flow and can inspire a great proliferation of positivity. It also opens a connection to the divine, creating space for spiritual guidance and insight. Healers believe it strengthens physical resilience as well. Named for the Sera River in Siberia, near where it was first discovered in 1978. Charoite can sometimes exhibit chatoyancy or optical illusion caused by a band of reflected light, as also known as the cat's eye effect. For personal use, keep near you as a reminder to live in the moment. Very important. At home, it helps keep service to others a priority in a household. And at work, it increases motivation and reduces procrastination. Okay, and this one is beautiful. I do recommend it. And it's, as I said before in the intro, that it comes from the mineral mushroom. They're on TikTok and have their own store online as well. Okay, and now we're going to read for fluorite. And we're just going to read, not specifically for purple fluorite, but we're going to read for fluorite in general, okay, today. Fluorite helps with balance, purification, and protection. It works with the third eye and heart chakras and can be found in China, Mexico, and South Africa. Fluorite is a crystal powerhouse. This stabilizing stone diminishes chaos and quiets the mind. It brings balance to the user's inner being and broadens perspective, aiding in decision-making and clarifying the path ahead. It's a very cleansing mineral and can help shed adverse patterns, ward off negativity, and renew energy. Fluorite is known for illuminating suppressed feelings so that you can gently examine and resolve them. Fluorite can be used to disperse electromagnetic waves and balances the body much like it balances the mind. It's also known for stimulating the immune system and is believed to strengthen teeth and bones. This calcium fluoride crystal is often translucent, but comes in many other colors as well, each with its own set of healing properties. For personal use, keep in your meditation area to increase concentration. At home, it can help balance the energy of a space, creating a harmonious environment. And at work, it can promote focus, cooperation, and creativity. I'm a big fan of fluorite in all its many colors. I think everyone should have fluorite around to benefit from. Okay, now we're going to do something a little special for this union and partnership Two of Cups. And I am going to have my daughter, for each one of these piles, use her special method of drawing from her Moonology deck that she has. And she's going to draw some cards for you guys using what she does, while I read to you a white light oracle message. And then when she is done, we will read your oracle message from her Moonology cards. She's a little shy. She's afraid to mess up, and I told her that's not possible. So, all right, let's see if we can't get you a healing process, some emotional support, all right, from this White Light Oracle by Alana Fairchild. And this is really good for those of you that want an encouraging message as you go about your day, who are working on shadow work. It is just so very helpful. And today, it has given you 23 Beta of Spirit Wolf. Okay, so I'm going to look it up here in the book. Number 23, Beta of Spirit Wolf. Give yourself enough rest. Only then will you be able to ground yourself enough to cultivate focus and motivation to fulfill your path. You will find a way through any tricky situation as you tune into your instincts and trust your own timing. From times of change and uncertainty comes confidence, love, and resilience. Embrace transition, commit to your tasks, and stay focused, but be flexible in your approach. You have the skill to intuitively handle any situation. Spirit Wolf skillfully guides us through transition and uncertainty. He enhances instinct, intuition, and presence so we can sense and avoid possible difficulties, okay? So tune in to your inner spirit wolf, all right, and that will help you. I'm going to read this little affirmation, little prayer, however you want to call it, and if you'd like to repeat it, it may be of assistance to you. I have it within me to accomplish my soulful tasks with focus and effectiveness. I trust myself to find my way according to my own heart wisdom and with the strength of spirit that keeps me motivated to continue on my path, while also meeting my needs for rest and replenishment. Okay, so there's a little note here that I'm going to read, and forgive the language, but I think it's apropos. Recognize that you are a creative powerhouse who refuses to be obstructed on your path. Own your determination, wolf-like badassery. Isn't that's just a good smile there, okay? So, no blockages, all right, on that path forward. Courage and determination, badassery, all right? Okay, now, my daughter has used her special method and pulled some oracle cards for you from the Moonology deck, okay? So let's see what messages that she has pulled for you today. Your commitment is being tested, first quarter moon, okay? And this doesn't mean that some, proverbial math teacher in the sky is being like, now you got to get that problem right. You got to get an A on this test. That's not how that works, okay? This is very much about having stick-to-itivity, okay? It's about reminding you that even though you're going through a difficult time, you have the strength, you have the stamina, you have the endurance. It may not feel like you do, but you do, okay? You do have what it takes. All right. Step out of your comfort zone, North Node. When we're going through a change, a loss, shadow work, whatever this reading meant to you, all right? Part of that is stepping outside of our comfort zone. Meeting new people requires us to step outside of our comfort zone. Improving relationships with those already in our life requires us to step outside of our comfort zone, okay? Just about any form of growth in human existence requires us to step out of our comfort zone. And that's not easy, right? But the energy is gaining momentum, okay? Waxing moon, right? You're not meant to stay in a sorrow, grieved, or lost state, okay? You're meant to have your energy grow and grow within you, all right? And gain that forward momentum that propels you on your new beginning, all right? So hold your vision, all right? On that fixed moon, hold your vision. It's just another way of saying have faith. Stay true to yourself. Stay true to your path, all right? Do not let the darkness cause you to lose your way, all right? Have faith in your dreams. Waxing crescent moon. Have faith in your dreams, all right? And one of the things that is really helpful when going through a loss or trying to find yourself again is to write down the things that you still wish to accomplish in life, right? And write those things down, right? And then pick one and work on it, all right? And work on it until you accomplish it, and then pick another, all right? Now, you might start off with something small, like if you've just been so exhausted that you could have cared less about, going for a walk or making your bed or any, start small, all right? And then go from there, okay? Maybe meditation, all right? But have faith in your dreams, all right? Don't lose hope. Don't lose faith. Be bold and make the first move, cardinal moon, right? So in any change, any new goal, including creating more relationships in your life, often we have to be bold and make the first move, right? A lot of people are just as scared and just as nervous and just as uncertain as we are. You know, oh, do they like me? Do they not? Will I be too much for them? Will they think I'm crazy? Will I like them? Will they be a nice person? Will they be loving? Will they be respectful? There's a lot of questions and uncertainties. And often it requires us to take that first step, that first move to getting to know people, okay? It takes courage. It takes determination. Emotions are running high, supermoon. That was absolutely clear here from the beginning, starting off with the Three of Swords, okay? You will have emotions that flare up. You will have uncertainties that flare up, okay? But you can persevere, all right? You absolutely can persevere. What do you need to release? Waning moon. What do you need to release, okay? Whether it's grief, whether it's guilt, whether it's doubt, whether it's a lack of self-confidence, okay? And if self-confidence is the issue, then I would recommend garnet, okay? Garnet is a fantastic, actually rather aggressive self-confidence booster. But also make sure you're doing that shadow work, okay? Make sure you're actively releasing what does not serve you, all right? Okay. Take time to breathe out, disseminating moon. Take care of yourself, all right? Make sure you're eating enough, sleeping enough, having time to yourself, taking care of yourself, doing things that you enjoy, okay? Take the time to breathe out. Meditation, Tai Chi, just whatever you find relaxing, okay? And my favorite card in the entire deck, and I am so glad that it was pulled for you, you and your loved ones are safe. New moon in Cancer, okay? You and your loved ones are safe. It's going to be all right, okay? And here's that garnet there that I was speaking of. I have a little bitty piece here, but it comes in all sizes. It's birthstone for January as well. So that may be of some assistance to you. I hope that you found this reading to be helpful. If you did, please let me know in the comments. If there was anything you felt could have been improved upon, please also let me know that. Be gentle and kind as you do so if you would. Remember, you are beautiful. Don't let anybody ever tell you otherwise, including yourself. You are loved beyond measure by more than you know. And you have enough strength to get through this difficult situation to this new beginning. All right? Love you. Take care of yourself. Bye. If you picked pile number 2 with the Everyday Witch Tarot, this raw emerald, and the rhodonite tumble, then this is your reading. Now, how I read tarot is I read both the definitions as well as intuitively, allowing the cards to fall where they may, reading both uprights and reversals. Regardless of your spiritual beliefs, you are welcome and respected here. And today we are using the Two of Cups to draw us into the questions of 1. Is there a romantic interest approaching in your future? And 2, how can we improve upon, bring harmony to, bring more love to, more fulfillment to our current relationships, right? And that's any relationship, whether it's friend, family, romantic, a business partner, anything that requires emotions, in your interpersonal communications day to day, all right? We are leaving it open to any and all relationship information, okay? All right. Now, right off the bat here, I am seeing someone who is discouraged, okay? Someone who is, now this won't be for everyone obviously, but someone who's having marital distress, partnership distress, sibling, family distress, some sort of conflict, okay, or distance, right? I'm also seeing someone who suffers from depression and anxiety. Okay, now, whether you are that individual or there's someone in your life that suffers from this, this is, as the beginning card, is going to be the foundation, the basis of this reading. So if that does not fit you, then this is not your reading, okay? If that does not resonate with you, okay? So for starters, let's just right off the bat say, if you are having difficulty with depression, anxiety, hopelessness, those sorts of things, okay, please do seek assistance. Please do seek professional assistance, okay, to help you. Whether that's therapy or medication or whatever works for you, because everyone is different, okay? Please do seek the help that you need, all right? Not just for you, but for your loved ones as well, okay? For those of you that are having some sort of relationship strife, the same can be true. Couples counseling, family counseling, okay? But make sure you're talking to each other. Make sure that you are being respectful and compassionate with an open heart, listening, truly listening to one another, okay? All right. Now, that being said, we have here the Six of Pentacles, okay? So if the basis for any of this distress I'm seeing here is material in nature, this is letting you know that that is going to be resolved, okay? Whether that is wealth, health, family, household, okay? Because the Six of Pentacles is not only having enough for yourself, but enough for others as well, all right? It's a card of generosity, all right? So, if the main driving force behind this negative energy I'm feeling here from this Four of Cups is money oriented, then this is saying that is going to come to an end, okay? And with the King of Swords, we are getting an energy here of thought, absolutely. I mean, the King of Swords is thought personified, okay? It's an air energy, all about the mind and thought and wisdom and knowledge and study and, you know, intellectual growth and understanding, okay? And if you'll excuse my language, I'm definitely getting the vibe of cutting through the BS, all right? Cutting through the BS to the truth of the matter, all right? Don't lie to yourself, don't lie to others, you know, don't allow others to get away with lying and being deceptive to you, all right? A huge component of relationships is trust. And if you do not have trust and you do not have respect, love is not enough all alone by itself, okay? While love is indeed one of the most powerful forces on the face of this planet, in the universe, without respect, without trust, it's not enough, okay? So make that a foundation, all right? On any and all relationships that you are dealing with, make that a foundation, okay? And here we have the Six of Wands, okay? And this is absolutely about spirituality, about intuition, about power, passion. It's a very fiery energy, okay? You see the dragons there on her dress, all right? This is very powerful, very spiritual, okay? And the sixes are all about, not only having enough for yourself, but having enough to share with others, okay? And so I am getting here about sharing your spiritual gifts with others, okay? And using your spiritual gifts to aid you in navigating your relationships, your interpersonal relationships. I'm getting here the energy of an empath, okay? So if you are an empath, it can be very difficult to tell your emotions from someone else's, all right? That can be a really difficult situation. And the weight of other people's emotions upon your person is exhausting, okay? So use your spiritual tools to help protect and guard you, all right? While at the same time leaving your heart open with love, okay? We can be open-hearted and loving while still having boundaries to protect ourselves, okay? So if you are the empath I'm feeling on the other side of this, it's not an easy gift to have. I kind of sometimes jokingly call it a gift and a curse, but really it is a gift because it does help you to navigate relationships in understanding other people and where they're coming from. It helps you to have compassion, all right? And it'll help your relationships if you can harness it in a way that is productive for you and the people that you are living with, okay, in your sphere. But, okay, that is a two-edged sword, right? Because we can get bogged down and weighed down, not only by our own emotions and difficulties, but by other people's as well, right? And so we need to let those go. We need to release them, to cleanse them, right, from our bodies. I'm getting a message to tell you about a few crystals that would be of use to you in this that actually aren't here with your reading. I'm going to have my daughter grab some things for me really quick, okay? Baby doll, would you get Mommy the selenite, the labradorite, and the obsidian, please? And a moonstone. Okay. And I'll show you those so that you know what you're dealing with there, okay? But they will help you to protect yourself when dealing with those empath gifts, okay? Selenite, yep, and the labradorite, and obsidian. You can choose any of those obsidians over there. Any of them will be fine. And the moonstone, yep, and the smoky quartz, please. Okay, so if this card is not dealing with someone here that's an empath, which there will be at some point someone who is, I can feel their energy quite distinctly, but if it is dealing with someone who has difficulty with anxiety and depression, and the two are not mutually exclusive, okay, make sure that you are getting enough rest, okay, make sure you're getting the help that you need, but also make sure you're going outside, all right? Get out in the sunshine, okay? Enjoy nature. Ground yourself in nature, okay? Plant flowers, weed a garden bed, take a walk through the woods, okay? All right. Do what you need to do to take care of yourself, okay? All right. And so with that in mind, for those of you that need a little extra help in this department, I recommend selenite. Okay, this is satin spar selenite. It cleanses, okay, cleanses your energies and cleanses other stones and rejuvenates them. Labradorite, and this is a very pale labradorite with not very much flash, but it works very well. I used it the other day, and I'll show you this other one that's got better flash. But labradorite actually helps to protect you from negative energies, okay? Helps to block those from getting to you, okay? It also helps you to enhance your intuition, which will help you sort out what emotions are really yours and what belongs to somebody else, okay? Right. Then smoky quartz, and this is actually a banded smoky quartz, so it's a pretty unique one I got from the Thunder's Trove. Okay, this helps with nightmares. Okay, so for those of you that are having trouble with your sleeping, and anxiety and depression, it also is one of the healing quartzes. Okay, it helps to protect you from negative energies as well. All right, and if there's anything electronic that you're dealing with, electromagnetic related, this also is a big one for that. So putting it between you and, say, if you've got a cranky coworker or a cranky boss or something like that you've got to deal with over the internet or what have you, keep this in your space. Keep it on your person. Shove it in a pocket or down your bra or, whatever works for you. Okay. Obsidian, all right? Doesn't matter. Snowflake obsidian specifically does help with emotional healing, so she chose very well. But obsidian helps to draw that negative energy out of you, okay? It sucks it out of you like a little crystal vacuum, all right? But that does mean it needs to be cleansed often, so you just pair it with your selenite, all right, to recharge it. Okay, and then moonstone, and this is a rainbow moonstone. Okay, you can wear it in a necklace like this one that my son got me. You can just have it around in your space like this tower. You can have a palm stone to meditate with or lay on your heart chakra, whatever works best for you, okay? But this will protect you, and it will help to enhance your understanding, right, of yourself and others. And moonstone is an excellent, excellent one, and it and labradorite are in the same family, okay? So for those of you that need assistance in that way, whether it's cleansing your energies, whether it's blocking negative energies, whether it's sucking the negative energies out, okay, these are the go-to crystals for that. All right. Now, that being said, we will continue on here. But you have this healing, right? That star energy, that healing energy. Balance, right? You are more powerful than you know. Most people are, right? So spend time near water. That can be very, very restorative, all right? Especially for empaths and people who suffer with depression and anxiety often find water to be soothing as well, okay? And meditate, ground, do Tai Chi, whatever it is you need to do to find that balance within yourself, okay? Restoration and rejuvenation, all right? I'm getting here that some of you have been hurt in the past by other people's sneaky or deceptive or lying behavior, okay? I'm also getting here that some of you may be dealing with a cheating spouse, and that may be the spousal conflict that I'm seeing here. If that is the case, okay, obviously it is always your choice as to what to do, all right? But you have to put yourself first, all right? You need to take care of yourself, okay? Do not let this energy draw you in and draw you down, all right? This is not the end of you. In fact, it may be a very new beginning for you, okay? Release all that does not serve you. Let go of all that causes you harm. And I'm getting some of you may be afraid. Some of you may be afraid that if you let go of this negative, toxic relationship, it doesn't matter whether it's a friend, a romantic partner, a business partner, family's tricky, blood is blood, all right, but still set your boundaries, okay? But I'm getting some of you may be afraid you won't find somebody else, especially in that romantic sphere, right? And business partner sphere, I'm getting that coming through as well. But with this Three of Pentacles, it is here to tell you you absolutely will. All right? Because this is a card about working together to achieve a goal. This is about like-minded people, people with compatible energies, compatible skills, compatible ways of thinking, getting together and accomplishing something beautiful. All right? So whatever is going on here, whether it's a cheating spouse, whether it's a relationship that needs work and therapy and understanding, right? Charity, or whether this is a situation with yourself with depression and anxiety, or empathic energies where you need to shield and protect yourself, right? There are people out there to help you, to love you, and to work with you. All right? I have absolutely no doubt of that. That is coming through so very strongly. All right? So do not stay in a negative situation because you're afraid. Okay? Because beauty and better relationships do await. Okay? All right. That being said, let's look at the emerald and rhodonite. Okay. The emerald helps with, it works with the heart chakra. It helps with balance, love, emotional healing, compassion, empathy. It reduces stress and anxiety. It helps to harmonize your relationships and your internal space. It aids in mental clarity, equilibrium, intuition, wisdom, self-awareness, spiritual awareness, protection from negative energies. So there's another one. Promotes positivity, safety, abundance, growth, new beginnings. It fortifies the spirit, aids in overcoming misfortune, helps to add joy, aids in recovery, rejuvenation, and it can enhance clairvoyance. All right, so that is an excellent one for empaths as well. All right, it is also one for if you're trying to manifest money. Right, I use it in my money bowl for my manifestation. Rhodonite, right here, is a really strong one for love. Okay, specifically motherly love. So if some of you are having difficulty with a child in your relationship, you know, a teen or an adult or something like that, where you're both trying to find your way in this new dynamic between you, rhodonite is a good one. Okay, this aids in forgiveness, compassion, and acceptance. It also works with the heart chakra, and its most common origins are Sweden and Russia. Rhodonite heals all matters of the heart, known as both the stone of forgiveness and the rescue stone. It is perfect for both uplifting and grounding you after a relationship rift. Helps open your heart to the rosiness of unconditional love, while accepting that human relationships can also encompass pain. Rhodonite also provides excellent support during periods of great transition and personal evolution. It's known to help uncover true passion, making the user feel more aligned with a purpose. It helps reveal toxic patterns of past relationships and encourages the acceptance to leave them behind. Rhodonite helps heal the inner self so that you can spread love and service to the outer world. Rhodonite is also good for detoxifying the body and can enhance reinvigoration after the energy draining toll of negative emotions. So for that empath energy I was picking up on, this is another one that's excellent for that. In Greek, rhodon means rose, inspiring the name of the crystal. Rhodonite is a manganese silicate. The black veins are caused by manganese oxidization. For personal use, place over the heart chakra to release fear, mend heartache, and help break negative relationship patterns. In the home, it can help enhance harmony or ease resentment between roommates or a living partner. And at work, it helps to create a positive environment and improve your confidence. All right? And for those of you that need a bit of a confidence boost, I also recommend garnet. It can be a rather aggressive little confidence booster if you need that. Okay, now We're doing something special with the Two of Cups today in honor of partnerships and unions and relationships. My daughter is helping me to choose your oracle cards, and she has a very special way that she does it with her Moonology deck. So I'm going to hand her this deck, and she's going to do what she does and pull you some cards, all right, while I get you a white light oracle message. Okay, all right. So the White Light Oracle by Alana Fairchild has healing processes, encouragement, positive affirmations. That's a lot of cards. I think we might just need this one. Okay. But we'll give them a chance to spit something else out if they feel that that is appropriate. Okay. All right, so number 39, Ivory Wish Fulfilling Crow. This is such a beautiful card. But I love birds. Birds are one of my favorite animals in the whole world. Okay. You can have what you truly want. Such knowledge helps you soften and release fear, grasping control and doubt. Have confidence that the universe hears your prayers and is even now leading you into that which you seek. You can take sanctuary within your spiritual connection whenever you need stabilization and protection against the fluctuations of the external world. No matter what is happening around you, there is a way through to the fulfillment of your potential. Okay, so whether you are the person who thinks that if they leave an abusive partner or someone who doesn't appreciate you, an unfulfilling relationship, that you're not going to find another one, you will. Okay, if you are someone who has spiritual gifts that affect your relationships and you are trying to find that balance, you will. Okay, right? Hang in there and take care of yourself. All right, if you're suffering from anxiety, depression, and that is affecting your interpersonal relationships, seek that counseling, seek that help. All right, don't let your past hold you back. South Node. No matter what has happened in your past, okay, whether you've had multiple relationships that didn't work out, whether there's been something that you have done or experienced or gone through or has been done to you in your past, all right, do not let it hold you back, all right? You are worthy and worth the healing and moving forward, okay? Nothing is yet set in stone. Mutable moon, all right? Nothing is yet set in stone. And this is for those of you who are going through a relationship situation that you need to exit, okay? You're not trapped, right? You are not a statue set in stone that is incapable of movement, right? You can get out, all right? You can let go. Nothing is set in stone. Look at the bigger picture. Full moon in Sagittarius, all right? So if you are having relationship difficulties, if you're suffering from anxiety and depression, if you are afraid of putting yourself first in a relationship, okay, look at the bigger picture. Look at how you getting help helps those you love and care about, all right? It helps the world at large because all of our energies are interconnected. We all affect each other as we come into contact with each other, right? So look at that bigger picture and allow that to give you the courage to move forward, okay? You're not alone. Step out of your comfort zone, North Node, all right? A lot of us stay in bad situations or difficult situations, whether that's a relationship or mental health or whatever it may be, because it's really uncomfortable to do anything else, right? It's really uncomfortable to step out of what we're used to, of what we know. But this very much encourages you to step out of your comfort zone, okay? And that includes in making new relationships. If you want to meet new people and make new friendships or relationships, romantic or otherwise, business, it doesn't matter. Stepping out of your comfort zone is going to be required for that. Your commitment is being tested, all right? So I am getting a message here that there's been some unfaithfulness, or there's been a temptation to be unfaithful. Now, obviously, this is not going to be for everyone. This is going to be very specific, all right? Don't cheat, okay? Stay true to yourself. Be honorable unto yourself, okay? If your relationship that you are in needs to end, then end it, okay? If you have a loving partner at home and you don't want that relationship to end and you do want it to continue, then be faithful. Stay true to that commitment that you made, okay? No amount of physical pleasure is worth the heartache that can bring into your life, right? Now, obviously, that's not for everybody. Only take what resonates, leave the rest behind, okay? All right. Have faith in your dreams. Waxing crescent moon, all right? Have faith. Have faith that you will find your people, all right? Have faith in that business partnership, right? Have faith in your marriage and what you can do. Have faith in yourself, okay? Just keep the faith. Keep on going. Keep on fighting. And you will reap the benefits and the rewards. And last, most certainly not least, believe in the impossible. Blue moon. You know that expression, once in a blue moon? Well, love isn't just once in a blue moon, right? Even deep, true love can be found again. Human beings, while capable of some pretty terrible things, are absolutely capable of some of the most beautiful things, including unconditional love. All right? Believe in the impossible. Believe that love is out there, and it is in you. I hope that you found this message to be helpful. If you did, please let me know in the comments. If there was anything you felt could have been improved upon, please also let me know that. Be gentle and kind as you do so, if you would. Remember, you are beautiful. And I can't stress this enough. Do not let anyone ever tell you otherwise, including yourself. Okay? You are loved more than you will ever know. And you are strong enough to overcome this difficulty and find this beautiful future. All right? You are powerful, you are beautiful, you are loving, and you are capable of great things. Don't give up. Keep going. Love you. Bye. If you picked pile number 3 with the Steampunk Tarot, the sera tumble, and the lepidolite mica, then this is your reading. Now, how I read tarot is I read both definitions as well as intuitively, allowing the cards to fall where they may, reading both uprights and reversals. Regardless of your spiritual beliefs, you are welcome and respected here. And today we are using the Two of Cups to draw us into the questions of 1, what romantic relationships might lie ahead for us, and 2, we're asking about our already existing relationships and how we can improve them to bring more harmony, more fulfillment, more love. And for those of us that are not necessarily looking for a romantic relationship, but perhaps friendships, we're leaving questions open to new friendships as well, right? So anything relationship oriented, we are asking about, right? And we're going to leave that open for those messages to come through. And when we are dealing with relationships, it is always a bit tricky, right? And I am definitely seeing some energies here that reflect that. It's okay. Now, I am seeing something here that tells me if you were also drawn to pile 1, it might benefit you to listen to that as well. If not, then disregard it. Okay, so very first card, we have the 10 of Swords in reverse. Okay. Now, if it were in the upright, we'd be talking about things like betrayal, our own thoughts harming us or tying us down, our own behaviors harming us, other people's deceptions, that sort of thing, pain and agony. But in the reverse, we're dealing with a very different situation, right? This is an interesting energy. The other two were very straightforward in how their reading was going to go. It was very clear from the very beginning, if you didn't fit a certain thing, then this probably wasn't your reading. This one, not so much. Interesting. Okay, so I am getting a few different things here. And it's not as clear and straightforward as it usually is. So please, absolutely, use your own intuition, okay? Look at this card. What does your mind tell you? What does your heart tell you, okay? How does this apply to you, okay? But right off the bat, what I am getting here is that your pain is not self-inflicted. And may or may not be from betrayal, depending on the situation. Okay? Whoever it is that hurt you, okay? Whoever it is, and in whatever way that it happened. Judgment, karma, okay? Just straight up. All right. The universe is going to take care of it. Okay. The universe, the spirits, the ancestors, and divine, they are going to take action upon it. All right. They don't want you worrying about it. They want you to let it go. Whatever this is, whatever someone did that hurt you, upset you, because it's usually with swords and air, it's just as much about self-infliction as it is somebody else. But in this particular case, it's really saying it was somebody else, right? So if that doesn't apply to you, but you're getting a different message from it, then take that and disregard what I'm saying, okay? But absolutely, karma, the universe, will be taking action, okay? They will not get away with what they did. There are consequences. Actions have consequences. What they want you to do is have an eye to the future, okay? Have an eye to the future. You survived, okay? See the bandage around his forehead? You may be wounded, but you have survived. All right? And not only have you survived, but as you heal, you will thrive. Okay? Just keep looking to healing yourself, to whatever future hopes and dreams you might have. Okay? Let your light burn so bright that it completely obliterates the darkness of this act or this person's actions, okay? Now, that being said, there's pain here. You know, we're not going to shy away from that. There is pain here. There is loss here, okay? I am getting a secondary message here. For those of you who have lost a loved one, okay? I'm getting the message that, you know, after a time of rest, they will come back. They will return. And it won't be too long, actually. It seems like they're cycling through rather quickly. Now, take that as it resonates. Leave it behind if it doesn't. I'm also getting a message and energy that I'm not really caring for here, about the nature of this first card and what somebody did. If you are a victim or survivor of violence, or if what I'm picking up on is you are someone who was the perpetrator of said action, it will be dealt with. Karma, okay? I don't know if you guys are familiar with the idea of the hunt. If not, you can look it up. There are several gods and goddesses throughout history associated with the hunt, Odin being one of them. Okay, Woden, Diana, the Morrigan. Okay. But the hunt goes after those who have truly done an egregious, and I do mean egregious, wrong, have committed such a great wrong that it must be dealt with in an egregious manner, right? That's the kind of energy this is giving off, okay? So when I say rest assured it is being dealt with by the other side, whatever this is, whether you are the survivor of it or whether you are the perpetrator of it, it's going to be dealt with, okay? Now, that is not for everybody. That is just for this really extreme, unpleasant energy that is coming through. And my readings don't usually have quite this level of a negative energy coming through. So please take care of yourself if you are the wounded party. Okay? Heal. Allow yourself to heal. This is not your forever state. Okay? You need to do whatever it takes to heal and move past this energy. Okay? And look past it to this beautiful, and I do mean beautiful, Ace of Pentacles energy. Okay? This is a new beginning, right? And with pentacles, it's material. So it's health, wealth, home. It can be a job. It can be a new business. It can be travel, moving to a new place, right? And there's this gateway here that definitely points to moving from one side of a situation to the other side of the situation, okay? And having that new beginning. And in that new beginning, you will have to learn a new way of thinking, right? Be a student of yourself and your thoughts. Learn how to train your thoughts to leave behind the pain and the sorrow and the difficulties, okay, and the anger that, comes from this situation. And lean into your more adventurous side, your more adventurous nature, okay? And teach yourself to think about the world in a more uplifting way, okay? Because when bad things happen to us, when we are the survivors of something truly awful or unfortunate, we all have the fight or flight reflex, but we also all have this survival mechanism, right, to protect ourselves from the harm, the danger, the pain, okay? And it can cause us to block off our heart or mind to certain ways of thinking. If I don't leave the house today, I won't get attacked, or I won't get hurt, or oh, if I don't go to this place, or oh, if I don't wear that thing, or oh, if I don't. You are not responsible for the actions of other people. It is not anything that you did, okay? It was not caused by something you did. Even if there was a disagreement, even if you wish you had done something different, everyone is responsible for their own actions, okay? It's not your responsibility, okay? It wasn't because of clothes you wore. It wasn't because you left the house. It wasn't because of any of those things that the brain concocts to try and help save us. All right? So retrain your mind, okay? It's okay to be beautiful. It's okay to walk about freely. It is okay to be you, all right? It is safe to be you. Okay, so make sure your mind and your heart know that. All right. Okay. And I'm getting, for those of you, a support group might be helpful. Okay. To talk about what has happened in the process of healing and letting go. That can be a key to moving on for many people. Also helping others who have been through a difficult situation, using whatever negative thing happened to you to help others get through and survive, to help others avoid perhaps certain things that might cause problems down the road, like coping mechanisms that aren't healthy, right? So being that teacher and that student of life and sharing your gifts, sharing your talents, your skills, your knowledge with others, okay? And for some of you, seeking spiritual counsel might also be of benefit here with the Hierophant, okay? A psychiatrist, a psychologist, could also be a benefit to some. With the Ten of Wands, it can seem overwhelming, okay? When something negative like that happens, it feels like there is a heaviness, a weight, a burden upon you that was not there before. But once again, we have that light, right? As you're looking here to the future, as you are healing and recovering here, you still have your light. It's not burnt out. It's still going, right? And as you walk forward down this new path and the unknown is revealed to you, you are still carrying a beautiful and bright light, right? And where this one is wild and untamed and smoking and just trying to survive, right? Almost in a fevered sort of way, right? This one it's controlled, but nonetheless bright. Brighter actually for it, right? It has learned how to move forward in confidence and steadiness and courage, and burns the brighter for it, burns the more beautiful for it, right? So let your light so shine that it might guide you into the future, okay, with confidence, determination, and grounded, steady motion forward, okay? I am seeing here a combination of things, okay? And once again, the energy is multifaceted and not really settling on one energy here. It's multitudinous, like it was with this one. Just so many things going on with it. So use your intuition on how it applies with you, okay? You have the King of Wands here, okay? And then you have the King of Swords. And I am getting here that a spiritual leader and a leader of the mind, which is a psychiatrist or a psychologist, a therapist, okay? We're getting that message again. So do not hesitate, okay, to seek help that you need in both spirituality as well as mental health, okay? There is no shame in it at all. You hear me? I mean it. No shame in it at all. It takes great courage, strength, and determination to admit when you need help and to seek it and to get it. Surviving is not for the weak. If you are surviving, you are strong. And that means you are also capable of thriving. Okay? Now, that being said, there is also a message here about while one relationship in your life may be gone or taken a back seat, there is one stepping forward. Okay? Strong, determined, wise, knows themselves, stable. Okay? So for those of you where a relationship has taken a back seat or is gone entirely, perhaps even to the other side, there is someone else on the horizon. Okay? All right. I'm also getting here the Nine of Cups. And these new relationships, whether they are of the mentor or medical variety, such as a spiritual leader or a health professional, right? Or whether it is a new relationship, whether that's friend, lover, I'm even getting a fatherly energy, perhaps a stepfather or something. Whatever that might be, okay? Whatever this new energy where you heal and you grow and you are loved and you are protected and you are accepted for who you are, okay? I see that bringing you great joy, okay? Great joy. And it empowers you to follow your dreams, to step forward into the reality and the future that you have pictured for yourself, okay? Nine of Cups is someone who can stand emotionally independent, strong, stable, grounded, know who they are, have been through some serious stuff, and come out on the other side better for it. All right? In the form of emotional power, in the form of emotional badassery, for lack of a better word, this is it. Okay? This is the card of someone's heart who took a licking and kept on ticking. That's what we're dealing with here. Okay? And you'll forgive my colloquialism there. but it is definitely throwing that energy out there, okay? And you will have everything you need on this journey, all right? You will have the people you need, the relationships you need to help you through it, all right? You will have the justice that you need, the karma, whether on this side or the other, okay? You will have the material, grounded stability that you need, the wisdom that you need, the power that you need, all right? The emotional stability is yours for the taking. And you have infinite strength to deal with whatever comes. All right? So, step forward boldly into this new future. Leave behind the darkness. Okay? Draw a curtain over it. It happened. There's nothing that can be done about that. But it's over. Okay? It's time to move through to the other side. All right? Move forward grounded, stable, and balanced, with confidence, courage, and determination. You've got this. Okay? You absolutely have got this. And let fate, destiny, karma deal with the rest. Okay? Just let it deal with the rest. And you just live your absolute best life. You know, honestly, not that I believe in that being a form of revenge, but if a person were to pick a revenge that really is one of the most powerful forms on the planet, for someone to have hurt you, right, or something to have happened to you, and yet you not only survived, but you went on to be everything you were meant to be and more. That they couldn't hold you back, that they couldn't stop you, that they could not put out your light. Okay? That they could not keep you from your best and brightest life, that they could not keep you from loving, encouraging, devoted relationships that are healthy for you. That they did not win. Those that have hurt us do not get to live rent-free in our minds. They do not. All right? They need to be evicted. Forthwith with force. Live your best life. It is truly the sweetest form of revenge that anyone could ever have. And let the universe take care of the rest. Okay? All right. Enough with the heavy. Let us get you your crystals. Okay? All right. So, we are going to start with the sera. In fact, and this may show that I'm a bit of a classic movie lover, but have any of you all ever heard Doris Day's version of the song Que Sera, Sera? Whatever will be, will be. Okay? That's the kind of energy we're dealing with. Okay? What has been, has been. There's nothing that can be done about that. But what will be is still ours to shape and determine. Okay? What will be, will be. Grab it. Live it. Rejoice in it. Okay? All right. Sera, also known as blue labradorite or blue labradorite. Forgive me. It works with the root, throat, third eye, earth star, and stellar gateway chakras. Okay? It can help with calm and peace, acceptance, encouragement. Definitely that what will be energy coming through here. Balance emotions, boosts self-confidence, helps you to move with fate. You know, move with it. You know, in a positive sort of way. Okay? Grounding, intuition, energy conduction, meditation, stress relief. It can heal energies. It can help with affirmations, manifestation, abundance, joy, happiness, positivity, and playfulness. And from the heavy energy that comes from this reading, honestly, this one, okay? Just spend time with it. You know, put it in your pocket, in your bra, in your purse. Have it on under your pillow, by your bed. Just keep it with you always. You know, jewelry from it, okay? This really is the stone for this reading. Okay? My daughter did a wonderful job picking it intuitively today for this reading. She could not have picked better. Really couldn't have. That was definitely divinely inspired. Okay. Now we have the lepidolite mica here. Okay. And lepidolite helps with acceptance, independence, and trust. It works with the crown and third eye chakras. Its most common origins are Brazil, Russia, and the United States. Lepidolite is a great mood stabilizer. It can bring balance to emotional swings and cool off fiery feelings. It's particularly supportive during times of transition. You might find yourself drawn to it when you're about to embark on a big change, whether you know it or not. It's also helpful in overcoming negative patterns and addictive behaviors such as substance-related and emotional abuses, granting the ability to move on from the past and instill enough trust and love in yourself to go forward. It is a gentle but powerful stone, especially in the realms of self-respect and acceptance. Lepidolite's calming energy is also a stress reliever. Healers use the mineral for general pain relief, and it alleviates the physical symptoms of addiction withdrawals as well. Lepidolite belongs to the mica group of minerals and contains a significant amount of lithium, though its rose and violet hues are more likely the result of manganese inclusions. For personal use, if you find yourself dwelling on the past or are anxious about destructive patterns, meditate with lepidolite for peace and support to make the necessary changes. In your home, it is good. If living in an urban area, it can create a sense of calm. At work, it can promote confidence in your capabilities while attracting support from colleagues. Another excellent intuitive choice here by my daughter for that. She just was really in tune with your guys' reading. She couldn't have picked better stones. And she's handing me some more here that she feels would be excellent for you, and I absolutely agree. Okay. Clear quartz is the master healer. All right. It amplifies the energy of other stones. It amplifies your own personal energy, and it helps you to heal. All right. And if you get some with golden healer inclusions in it, all the better. All right. Use this in your meditations. Okay. Use it when you're feeling low. Just everything. Okay. This is an everything crystal. You've got a problem. This is your answer when it comes to crystals. Okay. And then the blue flower agate. This was actually used in a reading. I believe that was yesterday. Let me see, because it might be of benefit to you. Her intuition has been pretty spot on thus far, so we're going to listen to it. Okay. Growth, potential, emotional healing, balance. It encourages you to follow your dreams, to speak your truth with authenticity. It aids in inner peace, overcoming negative patterns. It helps to bring harmony and helps you to get in touch with your highest self. It works with the heart and throat chakras. All right? So that right there, that's an excellent one as well. And if you are so called, it was used in the Ace of Cups reading yesterday with Pile 3 and the Steampunk Tarot. Okay, so if you feel called, go ahead over there and check that one out as well. Okay, so we have been doing something a little different this time. In the spirit of partnership, relationships, and union, where my daughter has been helping me with this reading, and she has a special way of picking oracle cards that she uses. And so she's going to pick you some oracle cards from this Moonology deck while I get you a white light oracle, okay, from Alana Fairchild. Now, the white light oracle, has healing processes and encouragement, affirmations, confirmations. For anyone who is going through shadow work, for anyone who is struggling and needs encouragement, this is an excellent card to work with daily. You know, you can pull a daily card for yourself. Okay, this is going to be a long reading because they have some things they want to say to you, okay? All right. So, let us, number 21, Seraph of 963 hertz. It might behoove you to listen to music at 963 hertz. Let's see here. Okay. Practice connecting to the joy that is always deep within you. Pay attention to what brings you exquisite delight. If you don't know what that is, you are guided to experiment and explore. Connecting to the joyful capacity of your heart will heal so much negativity and uncertainty. Let your heart relax. Allow the spiritual grace that wishes to reorder your life to manifest its miraculous magic. And there is a healing affirmation here. May I connect with my own depth, sincerity, and gratitude for life. May my heart and its depth of love, capacity for awe, and appreciation of mystery be empowered and protected by the light. May I fall in love with the true beauty of my sacred life path, from the universal heart to my heart, to the hearts of all beings. May spiritual love and blessing flourish. That is beautiful. Okay, we have number 12, Perfume of Sophia. You will be able to sense the best timing and approach to take. To create space for healing and resolution, connect to your body and ground yourself in the here and now with body-friendly practices. You will find your way intuitively and instinctively, even through confusing circumstances, where one moment you are sure the answer is no, and the next moment you are sure it is yes. Give up trying to figure out the answer right now and remain open, with positive but relaxed expectation that clarity shall emerge spontaneously according to divine timing. All right. Number 27, Aurora of Gamma. It is time to let go of what has been. You are swiftly outgrowing your past. Explore and commit to a spiritual practice that supports your personal transformation so that you can cross the threshold before you now. Embrace your freedom to be creative in your approach rather than doggedly committing yourself to your previous ideas or plans. You have the spiritual intelligence necessary to evolve. Continue your healing journey with trust that a positive outcome is imminent. Okay? Number 33, and I never say this one right, Yesha Tsogyal 333. Okay, it might benefit you to look at the angel number 333. Okay, someone here might have been born in the year of the tiger. There's some energy there as well. You shall overcome all obstacles. Success is imminent. So stay connected to your path no matter what and continue to apply yourself. Allow your spiritual path to support you in all areas of your life. Live by your spiritual beliefs. Seek out the support of your spiritual brothers and sisters for help when needed. And we absolutely saw that here in your reading with the Hierophant and with the King of Wands. Okay. but also trust that you are intimately and directly connected to the powerful divine light within. And we saw that here too, didn't we? There can be a dramatic healing breakthrough when you rely upon your spiritual connection. Okay? I'm also getting spirit of the tiger, right, as a spirit animal. That might, you might want to look that up and take courage in that. Okay? Number 25, Theta of Venus. Attune yourself to higher consciousness by choosing to access the purest frequencies of love within. Acknowledge lower frequencies such as judgment, fear, doubt, or shame when they arise within or around you, but do not give them a foothold in your heart. You are ready for higher understanding, to see things in a new and more positive light. Allow your inner knowing to guide you on a unique, beautiful, and highly spiritual life path. And I'm going to read you part of the healing process here. I will call upon the spiritual guidance which loves me unconditionally, and the higher guiding angels of Venus and Theta, that I may experience through grace, mercy, and compassion that which is most beneficial to my well-being, for the greatest spiritual good of all sentient beings. Okay? And then number 41, Alabaster Tablet of Layla. You are remembering at a soul level. You are tapping into greater awareness, and an understanding of your highest life purpose shall become even clearer to you. This may evoke unsettling change within you, but that change is necessary for a new way to manifest. You are protected and guided at all times, especially when you feel uncertain about your course. You are truly loved. All right, and I am going to say that again. You are truly loved. Okay? There is a point of light within your heart. As you notice that light, it rapidly expands, and you feel a sense of love and recognition. You know without knowing how you know that this light is a friend from long, long ago. The light becomes a beautiful feminine angel. Her light shines like a gentle sun, and you feel warmed in her presence. She casts her hand, and a path appears. It is your path, the best way for you to proceed. Notice how you feel about this path. Can you accept it? Embrace it. Trust it. As you take a step, you realize she is with you. Your heart then remembers she has always been with you and shall always be with you. Okay? And that creative, primordial energy I call the All-Mother is indeed with you. All right? Every step of the way. Okay. Now, we're going to look at my daughter's intuitively pulled oracle messages for you before we close. Confidence is your key to success. New moon in Leo. There could be a Leo here. Okay. I'm also getting that energy of the lion, the spirit animal of the lion here as well. But confidence, okay? Go forth in confidence. Erasing doubt, erasing shame, erasing blame. Confidence, all right? Expect powerful change, new moon eclipse. And we are actually about to have a blood moon eclipse at the time that I am doing this reading. I am doing this reading in early September, and we are about to have a blood moon eclipse on the 7th, okay? So this is an interesting timing for you, right? Expect powerful change, okay? Believe in the impossible, blue moon, right? Believe in the impossible. Trust in the divine to take care of this situation, okay? And believe in yourself. Believe in your healing. Blue is a color of healing. All right? Believe, and it shall be. It's time to release negativity. Full moon in Scorpio. There could be a Scorpio here listening. Okay? But it's time to release the negativity. So one of the things that's coming to my mind right off the bat is, do you remember that story about the scorpion and, was it the frog? Turtle? Something. It was some sort of amphibian. I think it was a frog. And the frog was helping the scorpion over the water, and the scorpion stung the frog, and the frog's like, dude, why'd you do that? And the scorpion's like, well, it's in my nature. Right? We have no control over what other choices other people make. We have no control over what is in their nature. We do have control over what we choose to do and how we choose to deal with it, right? Okay? And one of the best things that we can do is to release that negativity, that anger, right? Shame, doubt, just all of those energies that block our growth and our forward progress, okay? It needs to be released, okay, so that you can move forward, so that you can cross that water, so that you can have healthy relationships, right? We don't want to be the scorpion and sting our friend, do we? No, just because we're hurting on the inside, we have to let it go. Step out of your comfort zone, North Node. Change is never easy, okay? And it falls under this expect powerful change right here, okay? So specifically dealing with change. It is never easy, but it is necessary, all right? Whether it is healing or a new relationship, we have to step out of our comfort zone to achieve it. Your commitment is being tested, first quarter moon, right? But it's coming in upside down. And I don't usually read these cards in the reverse because Oracle, it doesn't usually serve a purpose in reverse for me. But in this case, it does, which is interesting. This isn't a test. You know, you may be like, why? Why did the universe let this happen? Are you testing me? Are you trying to undo me? What is going on, right? Okay, the answer is no. It is not a test, okay? It's not a test. What that person did to you is not testing you. It's a choice they made, and they will have consequences for it, okay? You're not responsible for it. It is not a test, okay? What some jackleg did is not your responsibility, okay? It's not. Release, release. Have faith in your dreams, okay? Have faith in your transformation, in your healing, in your future. Have faith in you. You can do this, and you will. All right? Have faith in your dreams, waxing crescent moon. And surrender to the divine, full moon. Surrender to the divine. Just release and let go. You know that let go and let God. It's that situation. Depending on your spiritual beliefs, take it how it is. Let go and let the gods, okay? The goddess, whatever works for you. The universal energy, the great divine, whatever you call divine. Surrender to that. Surrender to the divinity that lives within us all. Okay? And it will be all right. It will be all right. Okay? All right. I love you. Please take care of yourself. You are a beautiful soul. Okay? Don't let anything put out your light. Take care of yourself. Bye. Hello. Welcome to Fair Lady of the Loch Tarot. Thank you for joining me. Today we are using the Two of Cups to ask questions about relationships. And if you picked pile number 3 with the Tiger's Eye, the raw larimar, and the Rider Tarot, then this is your message. Now, how I read tarot is I read both the definitions as well as intuitively, allowing the cards to fall where they may, reading both uprights and reversals. Regardless of your spiritual beliefs, you are welcome and respected here. So some of the questions that we're asking specifically is what love relationships might be in your future, and in our existing relationships, how can we bring more harmony, fulfillment, love, peace, okay? And are there any other kinds of relationships that are in our future? Friendships, mentorships, business partnerships, children, you know, that sort of thing, okay? We're leaving it open to all forms of relationship advice and information, okay? Okay, so right off the bat, we are getting the energy of need, okay? The Five of Pentacles is the first thing that came out, and it is an energy of need. But it's also the energy of, while you are in need, while you are in pain, while you are discouraged, while you have a desire for something you do not have, it's, you know, if you look behind you, if you look around you, you will find everything that you need. I'm also getting that message of some of you are really, really badly, desperately wanting a romantic partner. You're wanting to find your soulmate. And, you know, this light in the window here is saying, don't give up. It is coming. Okay? So that is the tone of this particular reading. And I'm really surprised by these readings. All four piles have started off with what I would consider a more negative energy for the first card, just that set the tone for the reading. So I apologize. I did not know that that was going to be the case when we came into this reading with the Two of Cups. You know, I go where it leads. So there's definitely a strong desire, a strong need. There's almost a frantic, panicked energy here, almost a giving up hope energy, okay? And they really want you to not give up hope. This Ace of Cups absolutely says you will have a new emotional beginning. All right, and this is overflowing abundance, okay? Overflowing abundance. So and it's a gift, you know, it's a gift from the divine. It is a gift, a spiritual gift, a gift of the heart, a gift of the mind, okay? Do not lose hope. Do not give up. Honestly, I mean, that's the message here. Okay, I see the desperate need. I do. I can feel it. It's palpable through the screen here. But the message is don't give up hope. Okay, it's coming. It is coming. And honestly, I think that's the message. All of the other piles, it was 30, 40, almost 50 minutes. With some pretty heavy energies, right? But that is your main message. They acknowledge the desire and the need. They know it's there, all right? It's coming. It is coming, okay? You have to have faith. You have to make the choice to have faith and believe in the unknown, all right? You're not going to see it coming, but it is coming, all right? You got to have faith, okay? And there's a lot of internal conflict going on, okay? There absolutely is. That's not in question, you know. You're at war with your emotions, with your spiritual beliefs for some of you, whether you know, like, do I believe in soulmates? Is it a real thing? You know? But this is a conflict that you can and will be victorious over. And you know how I know that? Because you got the Two of Cups, the card that drew us into this question, and the card that represents soulmate union. And you guys are the only pile that really made that this startlingly clear. Okay? There's just, in this, there's just no room for doubt in my mind. Okay? But you gotta have that faith. You gotta choose to believe in the unknown. Choose and believe in the unseen abundance that is coming to be yours. That beautiful soulmate love. All right? I mean, that is your message. They know you need it. They know you want it. They know the need is palpable, and they know you're discouraged. So they're sending you word. Don't give up. Live by faith. It is coming. All right? You guys got the most positive message out of all four of these piles. I'm relieved, actually. Okay. So let's start with the larimar here. And it says, activate the mind. Take back control from doubts and fears. Okay? It can help to soothe your mental anxiety. It can help enlighten the mind and soul. Healing helps with better communication, speaking from the inner self without apprehension. It helps with associations with others. It's also associated with the mythology of Atlantis, if you are interested in that. It combines elements of air and water, so working with those elements could be a benefit to you, because we saw both in your reading here. And it works with the throat chakra, so that you can speak your heart, speak your mind, right? Speak your truth. Okay, now let's look at the tiger's eye. Now the tiger's eye is a very protective stone that really helps with prosperity and balance. So this will be a good one also for you to help use, to help you be patient and, let the divine bring that love into your life, okay? So, protection, prosperity, balance. Works with the solar plexus, sacral, and root chakras, most commonly found in South Africa and Thailand. Tiger's eye brings a healing equilibrium. This stone carries both the energy of the sun, its golden hue, and the earth, its rich brown color, combining masculine and feminine energies and creating a balancing effect. Now, isn't that interesting? With this one, you have water and air. And with this one, you have earth and fire. So between the two, you have the four elements in balance. That is good. That means in your reading, this will be a complementary relationship. Very nice. Very nice. It will energize you when you're exhausted and calm you when you're overexcited. It stabilizes emotions and is also quite grounding. In ancient times, it was used to protect against the evil eye. And it still provides a shield deflecting negative energy or physical or emotional attack. It's also a stone of good luck and will attract prosperity. It's helpful when working with money or making financial decisions. Tiger's eye supports a balanced effect on the body's systems, optimizing health and well-being. So if you're already in a relationship and you are having conflict over things like money or health or anything like that, Tiger's eye is a good one to bring into that situation. Tiger eye is created when quartz forms over rhodonite, dissolving the fibrous mineral and creating the layered cat's eye effect. Its brown color is caused by the iron oxides and hydroxides of the crocodolite. Now, this is the golden, yellow tiger's eye, right? But you can also get it in blue with that healing emphasis there. And you can get it in red with that passionate emphasis, okay? In your personal space, keep a piece of tiger's eye in your pocket to alleviate mood swings. At home, it can create a balanced, centered household, particularly during times of transition, like if you are melding two families together. And at work, it can attract new business and help in dealing with finances. I'm a firm believer in that everyone should have some tiger's eye around, whether it's in jewelry or just in your pocket or on your desk, in your purse. It is a great one to have around. Okay, now, in honor of the Two of Cups being about union, partnerships, and loving relationships, my daughter is helping me with this reading. She picked all of the crystals intuitively herself, and she will be using her Moonology deck in a special way that she has to pick oracles to find you your message. And while she does that, I will be finding you a white light oracle message by Alana Fairchild that has healing processes, encouragement, support. You know, it's just a really good one to help with shadow work, especially if you need a supportive, positive, emotional boost. And each day it's a good one to draw a card from. Number 42, Garuda Saparna. Look at that beautiful bird. Look at that clear vision, right? They can see to the future, and the future is bright. Look at that. Look at that and have hope. Look at that and take heart. Beautiful. Cultivate confidence in yourself. You have the inner spiritual power to deal wisely and effectively with any situation. Don't allow anyone to take advantage of your kind nature. Reflect upon what action feels best for you to take, and then follow through with decisiveness. Do not allow negativity to get a grip in your life. Positive energy and outcomes are indicated. All right? That first line there, cultivate confidence in yourself. That is key. Okay? You are worthy. You are enough. You are deserving. Okay? Say it as many times as is needed. Shout it from the rooftops. Say it in the mirror with conviction. Okay? Positive energy and outcomes are indicated. All right? You've got this. It is going to be beautiful. All right? Do not lose hope. Do not lose faith. Your commitment is being tested. First quarter moon. So your patience, it's being tested, right? You're like, when is this going to come? I'm tired of hurting. I'm tired of kissing the wrong frog. When is it going to come? Okay? And that's true for so many of us, love, real love, true love, a person you can depend upon, respect, trust, love, truly love. That is worth waiting for. It is absolutely worth waiting for, and you will be glad that you did. Okay? Follow your intuition, follow your heart. Hold your vision, fixed moon. Keep the faith. Okay? Keep the faith. Do not lose hope. The energy is gaining momentum, waxing moon. Hey, that's fantastic. It's coming. It is absolutely coming. They are coming your way. Okay? Step out of your comfort zone, North Node. We get in these comfortable ruts. We don't want to take chances. We don't want to put ourselves out there. But in order to meet new people, in order to have productive relationships, we do have to step outside of our comfort zone, right? Trying something new. Discover your own passions while you are impatiently waiting for your love to arrive. Fall in love with yourself again. Test yourself. Get out there. Have fun with it. Okay? And have faith in your dreams. Waxing crescent moon. Right? Once again there, have that faith. It's coming. All right. You are beautiful. Don't ever doubt it. Okay? You are loved so very much. And you have the strength to wait and be patient for the right love, because it is coming and it is beautiful. All right. Love you. Bye.